Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel for another interesting video. In today's video, I'm reading a certain incredible book by Barry Minkoff. The title is Down but Not Out. You have fallen down but not out of the game. Interesting book. And 10 steps for rebuilding your life, your career. 10 like this you can read 10 steps for rebuilding your life, your career, and other stuff. And what really caught my attention is on page or is in page 32, where he is talking about the principle of the path, and it works like this: the principle of the path. If you start a business, you have a very clear mission statement, you have everything, the vision, the objectives, everything is well documented. You start your business, in the first 3 months, you are making money. After 6 months, you realize these people coming to me, they are loyal customers. Even if I trick them, they will still come. You start tricking them, you start making fraud, you start involving yourself in a lot of things. That is the principle of the path. If you start involving yourself in tricky things, you never know you will end up in prison. But surprisingly, one day you will be caught and you'll find yourself in jail. I like this principle. And here he talks about, do not lose the impact of this statement in its simplicity. Go to MapQuest or Google Map. You will note that by taking a certain road, you will always end up in a predictable location. If you take a certain road, you will end up in a predictable location. Very interesting. If you choose to involve yourself in illegal stuff, you are going to prison is not far. If you choose to involve yourself in criminal activities, your chance of killing people is very high. And once you start eliminating life, the justice will eventually come for you. I like it. Very interesting. And insert a starting and ending address in one of these sites. What happened next? Before you know, you will have a map along with detailed direction that will provide the road necessary to get you from where you are to your intended destination. Insert your direction into that site, the Google Map or whatsoever. At the end of the day, it will take you there. Like the principle of path, it talks more about direction, not the dreams. You can dream of becoming a pilot, you go to pilot school, but you choose a certain direction, and that direction takes you where you want to go. You can dream to become a general. You enter the army at the senior level and you start doing some certain fishy stuff, you end up nowhere. And if you stick to your destination, I want to be a general of the army, I want to be the CEO of this company, I want to be the finance manager, you enter, you concentrate your energy on those things that really matter, and those things that could help you to climb the ladder, you will finally reach there. That is the principle of the path. And it continues right now. There are approximately 2.4 million people in the United States or federal prison in this country. As a veteran of several of these facilities, I learned that 2.4 million prisoners and I share one thing in common. None of us have ever planned of ending there. There is no one who wake up today and say, my final destination is the prison. My final destination is the mortuary. My final destination is the hospital. But it is the direction that we chooses that takes us to that place. And he's talking in this book like in the United States there are 2.4 million people in the federal prison. But most of those guys, they have been there because of their actions, and even some of them, they are innocent, but a good majority of those guys is there because they have been involved in some criminal act. The principle of direction, the principle of path is for you to follow your direction. A certain direction that you follow, you reach the destination. That is it. That is how it talks about it. And let me continue. It is very interesting. The moment I set my feet on the road of compromise in both big and small ways, it had a predetermined destination, ruin. It was a matter of time, as I would later find out in growing up conversation with Barry Coleman. The moment he opened his own CPA practice in August 1992 was not the start of his demise, but he can pinpoint the moment his direction shifted. It was when he started involving himself in criminal act. No one will wake up and start a farm, and that farm is to steal money from people, especially this Barry Minkoff, who had spent 7 to 8 years in prison. He was a certified accountant who gained extensive experience and decided to start his own farm, but he was involved in criminal activities that sent him to prison for a good period of time. No one will start a business with an intention to steal people. No one will eventually wake up and think like, I am going to steal from these guys. It is something that happens in life that literally change somebody's point of view or the world view and take them to that direction. And that direction leads them to their destination. That is the principle of the path. It is not about the dreams, it is not about the motivation, it is not about the intention behind, it is about the direction and the destination. You can dream of becoming the president, you go there, you serve as the president, but at the end of the day, you become the most criminal that the country has ever had, and you find yourself in jail for a long period of time. Most of the presidents, they go there with good intention. When they enter the office, oh my God, something happened. They forget what they were supposed to do, and they start doing what is good for them at that particular moment. That is the principle of path. And that moment, they eventually find themselves in jail. It is very, very interesting. Let me continue on. My sentences for many crimes will take on April 28. I am deeply sorrowful for my crime against victim. The difficulty for my wife and family and most of the sins against God, whom I know has already forgiven me. I have some question I thought you might be able to help me with regarding your divinity, degree, prison. How can you start on your path to help people? I was wondering if you could be willing to talk with me by email or telephone. I pray you will answer my question. God bless you. Like, what is very interesting in this thing is, whenever you have committed this book that I'm reading, what I've really learned from it is, whenever you have committed an illegal act, or whenever you have find yourself in a situation that demands you to blame others for your failure, you are where you are today because of you. It is not because of anyone. Anything that has happened to you is because of you. If you want to rebuild your life and change forever, don't blame anyone. Stop the blame game. Why did you fail? I failed because I was not prepared to handle the pressure that comes with the job, and the environment was so strange for me. It was very, very hard for me to adapt and run with the people at the same pace. Full stop. Why did you fail? I failed because when I reached the company, people did not like me. I was so embarrassed, and most of the people were talking about me. I have to start hating them. I was not even talking to these people because anytime I'm not there, they mock at me, they laugh at me. At this point, you have forgotten what takes you there, or what took you in that institution, the value that you were supposed to give to that institution, or the things that you were supposed to do there for you to be remembered for some few years or days or even decades or forever. That is what the chapter 1 of this book talks about. Don't blame people. Generally, what happened to you is you. You are where you are today because of you. Your actions took you there because the actions that you take every single day, is it minor or larger or big actions, take you to a certain direction. Very interesting. I hope you like this video and you subscribe to my YouTube channel for the more coming interesting videos on this book. This is part 1. Thank you for watching.